What kind of vehicle is the 2022 Toyota Sienna? What does it compare to? The 2022 Sienna is a spacious, family-oriented minivan that competes against the Honda Odyssey, Chrysler Pacifica, and Kia Carnival. With its standard hybrid powertrain, the Sienna is a frugal, if not exactly rapid, choice with a plush ride, decent seats, and the flexibility of optional all-wheel drive. We give it an impressive TCC rating of 7.3 out of 10. What's new for the 2022 Toyota Sienna? This year, Toyota adds a quasi-SUV trim called Woodland that features a raised ride height and an exclusive cement color shared with the brand's Tacoma pickup. The Sienna comes in 7 or 8 passenger variants, all of which share the same sharp, windswept styling outside and a car-style dashboard inside. The lineup ranges from basically to mainstream XLE, vaguely sporty XSE, somewhat plush limited, and fairly decadent platinum trims, with a wilderness perched above the XLE. All-wheel drive is optional across the range. The Sienna teams a 189 horsepower, 2.5-liter inline-4 engine with an electric motor. In concert, the two put 245 horsepower to the wheels through a CVT. Though not as peppy as Honda and Chrysler rivals, the Sienna is refined and thrifty. We've not matched the EPA's 36 mpg combined rating, but any van that nets upward of 30 miles per gallon in just about any driving situation is impressive enough. Inside, the Sienna isn't quite as spacious and thoughtfully laid out as the Pacifica, but its seats are comfortable, especially in row 2, where dual thrones slide fore and aft with ease. Toyota fits the Sienna with a wide range of collision avoidance features and it has mostly done well in crash tests. How much does the 2022 Toyota Sienna cost? The Sienna lineup starts a little under $36,000 for the base-la, climbing to around $55,000 for an optioned-up Platinum. Most families will find an XLE with easy-wash synthetic leather seats suits their needs just fine, especially with the optional power liftgate. Where's the 2022 Toyota Sienna made? In Princeton, Indiana. Is the 2022 Toyota Sienna a good-looking car? Minivans aren't known for their sexy lines, but the 2022 Sienna aims to change that. This van retains the familiar profile of its predecessor, but features more sculpted lines. It may appear overstyled from some angles, but at least it's clear Toyota tried to make it unique. We rate the 2022 Sienna at 7 out of 10 points, with one above average for its interior and another for its exterior. All versions except the XSE share most styling cues up front. That sporty model has its own bumper treatment and larger wheels. If the look is for you, go for it. We prefer the comparatively conservative XLE and Limited for their nice balance of smart details that don't go over the top. Inside, the Sienna has a low dash and a standard center console with plenty of small item storage bins. A smattering of fake wood trim gives a warm look inside. Platinum versions pile on more upholstery and trim hues. This year's new Wilderness is simple enough. It rides on a raised suspension, though its tires are the same size fitted to other, low-riding models. It also comes in just 2 colors, a gray shade shared with the Tacoma pickup and black. Is the Toyota Sienna 4WD? Toyota offers all-wheel drive on every version of the Sienna, though it's standard on the Woodland. The Sienna's all-wheel drive system consists of a second electric motor mounted on the rear axle, though there's no physical drive connection from front to rear. Simple, effective, and not exactly off-road ready. How fast is the Toyota Sienna? Well, not very. With 245 horsepower net from its well-muffled 4-cylinder and electric motor, the Sienna is the slowest minivan on the market. Still, all vans are pretty peppy these days, so the Sienna rarely struggles to keep up with traffic. The CVT largely works in the background to keep the engine in its power band when needed and well away from it to save fuel otherwise. For its ride quality, we elevate the Sienna to a 6 out of 10. Most versions ride with a level of sophistication not matched by rivals. Slap a Lexus badge on the Sienna and Toyota could sell 2 versions. Similarly, the van's steering has a nice heft, which works well with limited body lean in corners to deliver crisp handling that bests any competitive SUV. The Sienna's brakes are strong and easily modulated, too. That's something we can't say about most Toyota hybrids. Available in 7 and 8 passenger configurations, the 2022 Toyota Sienna has a flexible interior with a pleasing design and good use of small item space. It's not quite as impressive for cargo or third-row seating as some competitors, though. Overall, we score the Sienna at a 7 out of 10. The front seats are the best in the house, with good all-day comfort, heating on all but the base version, and optional cooling. Outward vision is good forward, less so rearward due to enormous roof pillars and small back windows. The rear sliding doors can open with the kick of a foot under the body on some trims, revealing a low step in height and a pair of captain's chairs. 8-passenger versions have an extra seat between modified captain's chairs that, frankly, isn't very comfortable. At least the outboard seats are well padded, and they can slide forward and backward on a 25-inch rail to open up more leg or cargo space, as well as to facilitate relatively easy third-row access. Row 3 has good leg room, but the bench is flat and the tiny rear windows will leave claustrophobic types itching to arrive at their destination. The third row folds into the cargo floor, though its manual mechanism, not power, unlike some competitors, can take some time to master. The middle seats slide way forward to create decent cargo room. A 4x8 sheet of plywood can be balanced on the folded second row seats, but not on the ground as in Honda and Chrysler competitors. Headroom is fine without the moonroof, but versions with that option as well as the rear seat entertainment system can feel cramped in the rear. Small item storage is good, especially up front. Second row riders will have to look a little harder to find places to stash drinks and other items. Materials look better than they feel for the most part, but overall the Sienna has the durable, easy clean cabin we like to see in a family car. How safe is the Toyota Sienna? With only a few caveats, the 2022 Toyota Sienna easily earns a 9 out of 10 score for its safety. All versions come with 10 airbags, latch child seat connectors in outboard rear seats, plus a fifth one in 8-passenger versions, and a host of crash avoidance features including automatic emergency braking and adaptive cruise control. The NHTSA rates the Sienna at 5 stars overall, albeit with a 4-star frontal crash score. The FS says the 2022 Sienna is a top safety pick plus. Overall, we score the 2022 Sienna at an 8 out of 10. Its standard feature set is good and so is its infotainment, but you'll pay more here than you will for its competitors. Which Toyota Sienna should I buy? The base Sienna is probably good enough for most families thanks to its power sliding doors, its 9.0-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility, and all of its crash avoidance gear. At $36,000 or so, it's a deal, and that scores at one more additional point. The XLE swaps cloth for easy scrub synthetic leather, though it also includes a sunroof that can rob some headroom. Toyota wants around $41,000 for a base XLE, which starts to get a little pricey. With the Limited, Toyota swaps in leather seats that are cooled up front, plus a navigation system, JBL speakers, and a useful intercom that projects the driver's voice to the third row. For a semi-plush model, it's priced decently at $48,000. How much is a fully loaded 2022 Toyota Sienna? The Platinum can top out around $55,000, but it definitely doesn't feel as luxurious as that price tag suggests. Is the 2022 Toyota Sienna good on gas? By minivan standards, yes it is. The EPA rates the Sienna at 36 miles per gallon in any driving condition with front-wheel drive. All-wheel drive models are nearly as impressive at 35 miles per gallon city, 36 highway, 35 combined. The only van to come close is the Pacifica Hybrid, though it gets to its 30 miles per gallon combined rating a bit differently. The Pacifica Hybrid delivers 32 miles of electric-only range on a full charge. For drivers who may only put that many miles on the odometer in a typical day, it's even more frugal.